Pew 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 pew! Traditional War of the Draft Spark. Let's do this. Come on, come on, come on, come on. God. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So Feather the Redeemed is actually a pretty damn good card. 3/4 for 3 flyer. Perfect rate. Or better than average rate to begin with. And then you can do some fun stuff with instants and sorceries. Just keep on bouncing them back. Samut's interesting, but I like picking that up later. It's not first pick. Tibalt is solid. Divine Arrow solid. But I'm going to do a speculative Feather. See what we end up with. And here we end up with a pick that is not compatible with Feather, but I think is a super solid pick regardless. I like a green cards going on here, but I like Eternal Skylord. It's 5/5 for 5, basically, spread across 2 bodies, one of which can fly, and this can make a big army fly even better. Ooh, Grateful Apparition is good, but Angrath is better, and I think I'd prefer to be in the Grixis colors with Eternal Skylord already. Plus, it's just better overall. But there's some good white stuff here. We could go the red-white route, but I think that's a less strong archetype in this format. Jesus, Angrath. Shut the hell up. Okay. Here I like Jace's Triumph or Honor the God Pharaoh out of the Grixis colors. Another Divine Arrow is fine. Gilglow can help splash, but I honestly think Honor the God Pharaoh is better than Jace's Triumph. You still get 2 cards. You have to discard one, but you get to amass one, and I think throwing away a card you don't need is more valuable than getting to amass is more valuable than just a straight up draw 2 cards. Here is an interesting pickup. If we want to stay in blue, we could do Callous Dismissal, or we could do Vizier of the Scorpion. I like Scorpion because it turns on, it works well with Angrath and makes our amass things Death Touch. And it's uncommon. We can probably pick up another Dismissal. Let's get Feather out of here. I don't think. We could pick up the first 8 to Fallen. We already have a Planeswalker and a couple of creatures we would like to buy back. And now here we pick up a Callous Dismissal over Burning Prophet, I think. Maybe we just splash red, or we don't even run the Honor to God Pharaoh. Not the biggest of deals. I think I like the first Sky Theater. Strix. Put pressure on Planeswalkers. I think I like the first Totally Lost over the second Aid the Fallen. I don't know if I'll run it, but we'll see what's up. I'll take a No Escape. It looks like red might be more open, but we're not really getting past anything too great in red. Here, we'll pick up a Charity Extractor that we hope to not run. And what do we open? Teferi is good, and we can maybe splash it, but we can also just pick up a Dreadmalkin, which I think is going to be better for our deck overall. We're already maybe splashing 3 colors. I don't want to go out on a limb. There's a lot of good stuff to splash with, don't get me wrong, but I think Dreadmalkin's just solid. Ooh, okay. I do like Tyrant Scorn, and we're a little light on removal right now, but honestly, Gleaming Overseer with all of our amass stuff we have going on already is going to be really good. Ugin's Conjurant is solid. Tyrant Scorn is really good. Toll of the Invasion. Hopefully we wheel one of these 4 cards, but I'm going to pick up this Gleaming Overseer. Just makes your amass token super hard to deal with. And here we get a nice pick up in Spark Harvest. I don't think there's much to discuss here. Red's looking a little stronger than blue in this pack, but it's still early on. Generally speaking, I wouldn't like Relentless Advance, but given the fact that we have the 3 support cards for amass in Vizier of the Scorpion, Gleaming Overseer, and Eternal Skylord, likely our amass. Oh, my green screen is just going all over the place. It's likely our amass tokens are going to have some upside to them. They're going to have some ability. We can also do Bond of Insight, which lets you put 2 spells into your deck. And we already have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a decent amount. I think I just want to pick up the Relentless Advance here. Maybe the Mana Geode would be better if we find something we want to splash. But I'm kind of liking Relentless Advance in this deck right now. Here, I think I'm okay picking up the first Thunder Drake. Nothing amazing, but a solid card. We can do Cures, Dam Breaker. We have a lot of stuff to amass or to proliferate in terms of amass. So that's like 1 counter. Plus we have Angrath. Be pretty good. And some top end. I think I like the first Shriek Diver over the first Stealth mission. This thing can help with Planeswalkers. I think we're just going to take this medium 2-drop in Vampire Opportunist. Just so we have something to do early on. And I'm going to here pick up a Gateway, just in case we find some red card we want to play. Total Invasion is a great pickup. Wheeled from that first pack. I'll pick up this is a best of 3, so I'm going to pick up a Transmutation just in case we run into Gods or something we can't really deal with. Okay, let's see what we open. Ooh. Okay, so Spark Harvest is really good. Dreadhorde Invasion isn't as impressive as I thought it would be early on, but you know, maybe we wheel Spellkeeper Weird, Calypso's Missile, Spark Harvest. But given the fact that we have all of those support cards for our mass, I think Dreadhorde Invasion is going to be worth it in this deck specifically. Here, I don't think I mind the first Vraska's Finisher. We can maybe poke in with some of our smaller creatures. Just some off. Ooh, Haven Eternal is a good pickup for this deck. Adds another Amass, another flying threat. Time Twist is not so good for most of our cards. Actually, it's good for Eternal Skylord, it's good for Dampbreaker, good for anything with Enter the Battlefield effect, and we actually have a lot. I think we have picked that up over the second Aid of Fallen or Relentless Advance. Feels our curve a little nicer. I think I'll take a Jace's Triumph now, and we're not playing this Honor the God Pharaoh. So we're not going to need the Gateway Plaza. I think Bond of Insight is a nice card advantage spell. And we're a little light on removal, so we might need to buy it back. So let's see if that makes the cut. It may or may not. I like the first Spark Harvest, or Spark Reaper. I'm not a big fan of Iron Bully for this deck. Spellkeeper Weird's fine. Dovin, I don't think it's what we're trying to do. We already have a Spellkeeper Weird. I'm just going to pick up Wall just in case we go up against a really aggressive deck. Pick up a second Transmutation if we run to Gods. I'll run 2. I don't mind the Skulker, actually, as another top end card. Alright. So we don't need this Gateway Plaza. And we need to make 2 cuts. I like our top end. I think we can lose a 3-drop, and I think that 3-drop is going to be the Shriek Diver. How many creatures we have? Okay, we actually have a decent amount of creatures for this format. Yeah, I think we can lose the Opportunists. We don't have a ton of stuff to do on turn 2. We have 3 functional 2-drops, plus we can bounce something, so it's not the greatest. We don't have a lot of Planeswalkers we need to protect anyway. Let's just do this and run this out. Not as much removal as we could have hoped for, but I think our mass tokens are gonna do some work against Jet Scar. Are they a fan of transportation, Jets and Car, or were they burned badly by a jet and they have a Jet Scar now? Who knows? The mystery. Okay. Hopefully we find a land in the next couple of draws. Dreadmawkin is fine. Obviously we just drew that, or else we would have played it. Ooh, white blue. Okay, I actually hate playing against this color pair, especially when we don't. Don't draw a land here. Vizier of the Scorpion or the Amass token it makes is going to be good to sack the Spark Harvest at some point. Let's see. Interesting. The pre-land play tap. Okay. Okay, now I think we just get this Toll the Invasion going. See what they're working with. Okay, Kiora and Sunblade Angel are a bit far away, and we have Spark Harvest for at least one of them, but not both of them. I think we can go wide enough to where... Or, I'm sorry, not Kiora. Kaya. Might not be a problem. Battlefield Promotion is probably going to get wasted on something we can't block. Fine Arrow can kill something. I think we just want to get this Loxodon Sergeant and leave the board a little clear. think that's the plan. Definitely not the best spell here, but we're going pretty wide. I want to keep creatures off the board. And then maybe save Spark Harvest for the Sunblade Angel once they get it down. Okay, that's not the end of the world. That's nice, but I think I'd rather just play this out. Swing with both of these. They have the opportunity to gain some life and maybe win this race, so we gotta be careful. I think we're gonna have a better board overall, and there's still a couple of lands off from playing their higher end cards. Okay, well this is gonna become an issue, I think, now that they're gaining the more life gain. So we might need to Spark Harvest this Trusted Pegasus. We can attack with everything than Vraska's Finisher. I think that's fair. We're not blocking anything. We need to put the pressure on. Okay. Dreadhorde Invasion I want to drop when we already have an Amassive 6. So how... we can't really do much to make that happen. Here I think we maybe just Spark Reaper. We can sack our Scorpion to kill this thing. This becomes a 3/3, so we're not going to be able to block it next turn. I think that's going to be worth it in the long run because it is a good thing to bounce, but so is Vraska's Finisher. I think we need to do it. So they're getting in for 5 next turn. They can leave up Divine Arrow to get us pretty good. We can cancel their Divine Arrow with our Tefari's Time Twist. If it's not against our AMASS token. We could drop Dreadhorde Invasion when we already have an AMASS 6. That would be nice. Otherwise, they're going to put a lot of priority on killing the Amass if they see it growing and we can gain life from it. So Kaya might be a problem for that. This is looking a little hairy. They have a lot of flyers, which we're not really well equipped to deal with in general. We could put in our Street Diver. We're going to take 6 here. Ooh, Angrath is nice, actually. I might just chump block this. They're gonna swing both towards Angrath, or maybe they go for the win. But this can actually, we can't leave this back to block because Battlefield Promotion is gonna get us. There's a chance to just go for face and bring us down to 1 here. So I'm just gonna only leave back 1 blocker. I think I'd rather the Dreadmaw die at this point. If they can remove this and play a Battlefield Promotion, we still are okay. I hope they leave Angrath, because then we could drop Dreadhorde Invasion and we get 6 life back. Oh, well, actually, that's fine. If they still go to face, we're still okay. Okay, so we have a chance here.
If you want it, fight for it.
Okay, so we're gonna gain 6. They're gonna go down to 8. We can attack with everything, and then we can bounce back our Spark Reaper and have a 3/4 blocker, or we can bounce back our Angrath. But I don't think Angrath is gonna do it anymore. If they find a land, they can Kaya our zombie army, but we can't bounce that anyway, and we don't have a land to leave up No Escape, which would be great. So we're definitely attacking with... we attack with all 3? I guess so, right? And now... do we Tefari's Time Twist this back to have a blocker that we won't block because we know about Divine Arrow. So I guess this do much for us? They drop Kaya and kills this. We're kind of in trouble anyway. Then we can bounce back our Angrath. This is tough. Maybe we just time twist the Dreadmawk in. They could still kill Angrath. And then drop Kaya and kill this and leave back good blockers next turn. I think I'm just going to see how they attack. Having a 3-4 on the ground and Spark Reaper isn't doing much. I think I'd rather maybe surprise them with a time twist and get Angrath up. I really hope they don't find a land here, because then they're not in a great position. I mean, if they have a way to deal 1 damage to us, we're in trouble. But generally speaking, white and blue can't deal face damage. Maybe they draw another pump and we are dead, effectively. I think this gives us the best chance to win. So we'll see what happens. I really doubt they might want to get rid of Angrath, so they might send 1 towards it. And we can soak up some damage by bouncing this. Let's see. They don't have good defenses. Yeah, okay, cool. They could...
Ah, I'll have you in chains next time.
Now we have a big fatty. So we know they have Divine Arrow. Okay, so we make this a big thing for sure. And then we can leave up No Escape for Kaya, which is nice. So if we attack with this, they have to basically double block this. And then they can First Strike and Divine Arrow. So they can't even kill it. So I think we attack with everything here. I mean, if this is a bounce spell, if this is totally lost, we're going to get kind of blown out here. But not too bad, actually, because then we can still Vraska's finisher. So we're going to bring him down to 2 and gain a lot of life, unless this is totally lost, I think. They have to double block here if they want to not die. You can actually sack this. Let's see. They have to have a way to... Nope. Okay, well. Seems like they could have tried. They could have double blocked at the Divine Arrow, one of our things. Okay, so they got a lot of flyers. So I want the Streak Diver in there just to clog up the sky. Transmutation might not be too bad either, to be honest. We don't have a lot of ways to interact with flyers. I didn't like this finisher in their setup. And if we can, in fact, we're a bond of insight, we don't need Jace's Triumph. I do want No Escape, considering they have Kaya. I didn't think we were winning that one. They seem to have a really good curve. Okay, it's a little land heavy, but keepable. Just don't want to do that anymore. No more lands, please. Okay, that's nice. We drop, do a nice 4-drop. Then maybe we double spell Kesmina's Transmutation and to something else. Oh, they're fine. Given what we saw in their hand, we're not going to try to double block this. Divine Arrow or the Battlefield Promotion kind of blows us out if we try to do that. You can have the 2/3 flyer here that gains him some life. Okay. Well, now I feel like it's just a, let's see, we're gonna attack. Maybe they have Divine Arrow. Let's see, they can counter something. I think I'm okay with them countering Sky Trick. So I want to play this, maybe bait out a counter. I don't want to lose our Thunder Drake. Then we could pass. If they have Quench, or I'm sorry, Crush Descent, we play around that. And now we have more pressure on board than they have, so they're going to have to play something out. I'm going to play out Dread... No! Well, that's a mistake. I want to play out Dreadmockin just in case they have Divine Arrow. I could sack it something. Okay, so I'm still going to just play out Dreadmockin and pass. This could be a time wipe, actually. They're in the time wipe colors. So maybe that was a mistake. If they have it, they're playing it this turn. It feels like a time wipe's coming. No? Okay. Well, I don't think they'd play this out if they had it in hand. They would definitely just do it that turn. I'm not sure what they have. Well, blocks is fine. Transmutation looks pretty bad against these two cards, but we're winning this race pretty handily. Let's just swing with everything, see what happens. A little torn. I think I'm just gonna... Let's see what they do here. Looks like they want to do something to one of our creatures, but... Asmina isn't the worst. We can get some nice value out of Dreadmockin if they try to kill anything else. And then we could just kill... Which is pretty nice. We're gonna take 4, so this might kind of... Huh. Ooh, that was a great draw. Now we play this. This thing in the sky. Strix can take out Kaya. We still get it for 2, and now we have a decent blocker on ground.
I'm gone for now. But not forever.
Kasmina's transmutation is pretty bad here, but we're gonna just do it for something that can block our flyers, most likely. And now they might have time wipe in their deck. We haven't seen it. I'm not gonna play around a rare. There's other reasons to get into blue white. Okay, well that's not the end of the world. Gives us a chump blocker. They play a flyer here, we can Thunder Drake. Okay. So if we take 5, we can hit back for, let's see, this is every time we cast a non-creature spell. So Kasmina can pump this. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They tap out, and we play Kasmina on one of their creatures. They could have Divine Arrow here, or Battlefield Promotion to gain some life back, so we don't want to overextend. Hey, welcome to the stream. This is match 1 of a traditional best of 3 War of the Spark draft, and we have a pretty nice blue-black control deck with a lot of AMASS synergies happening. And we are up a game against Jetskar. Jetskar? Oh. I just don't know anymore. So Battlefield Promotion, Divine Arrow are the 2 instances we've seen that cost 2. Kind of inclined to... So if we chump block, if not, we go down to 7. If we have they have Battlefield Promotion, they can gain 3, go up to 11. I think we can chump block next time. Well, if we're chump blocking next time, let's just chump block this time. But this threatens lethal, actually. I'm okay taking one hit. They just tap out for something here. I'll feel a little better, but even they don't even have that great of a Divine Arrow. target. All of our threats are kind of spread out. Okay, so they're gonna bring this back. 2/2. Probably put a counter on this thing itself, so it can block the. So we can double spell this turn, but let's. They're not. Let's do this. If they trade, that's cool. If not, that's fine. We can double spell with Thunder Drake first, so it gets the counter. And now if they have the tap everything, attack and gain life card, which I think we saw last game, we're still not dead unless they also have Battlefield Promotion. But you can't really play around that by leaving blockers back, and Ken's Transmutation doesn't do much. So if they have Battlefield Promotion, we're dead here. Maybe we could have played Spark Reaper out and left up 3 mana. Yeah, maybe that's what we do. Okay, well. I kind of forgot we saw that card. We have to keep that in mind. Okay, I like the changes we made though. I'm feeling pretty good. I try not to play around combinations of having to have 2 cards. This is a nice starting hand. We might get the Sky Theater Strix and the Streak Diver online before. Nah, I think I like Dreadhorde Invasion first. Let's grow in our army here. Let's see. They might be color screwed. Oh, we can definitely attack into that, no problem. Spark Harvest is going to be nice. Okay, now we can Spark Harvest away any potential big flyer blockers they play. Okay, I hope they just throw it onto their Rising Populace, which is nice for us. Probably leave it back to trade? No? Okay. They might be more inclined to just chump block this if they know their Rising Populace is dying. Actually, but then we miss outpouring damage. I feel like that could mean something. And removing this from the ground isn't the worst thing ever. And if they just leave it, that's fine too. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so if they remove our flyers, we can aid the Fallen them back. Okay, well that's not going to be able to block next turn. And we just got an unblockable creature, so this is looking pretty good for us. They're going down to 5. Drop this. And we'll play out at Swamp. In case we want to aid the Fallen and activate this next turn. My chest is exposed. What kind of schlup am I? Alright. I think they're in a pretty bad position here. What could they do that we saw? Looks like they're color screwed, so who knows how many blue cards they have stuck in their hand. Okay, well, kind of a bad draw for our opponent, but I'll take it. It was a solid draw for us. Alright, 1 win down. Let's keep this going. As you can see, we were pretty low on gold and gems, so I'm really banking on this one to come through for us. Lopez. I hope everyone's having a good Saturday. I am going to go outdoors at some point, play some tennis, get dinner, things like this. But, yeah, haven't been in the mood today yet. This is real nice. You just gotta find some land, but once we do, boy oh boy. And we have a couple good creatures to buy back with Aid of the Fallen. Red and second color. The suspense, Fropez. Ooh, we might have the sack deck. We found our third land, which is really nice to get Aven Eternal on curve. Aven Eternal is also nice to time twist. Oh, well, there goes our Aven Eternal, I would imagine. We could buy back with Aid the Fallen next turn if we don't find anything better to do, which we might actually do that. Is that worth it? I think it is worth it because we don't have a four drop either. And then if we don't draw a 4-drop, okay, that's fine. They don't have anything to buy back here. Okay, well now they can chump block that. It's a little more difficult, but get to do this and just pass. I don't want them double blocking. Even if we kill this, they get that, and then don't have a good blocker for Eternal Taskmaster. They know our hand's coming, so they know this thing's gonna be a 6/6 flyer next turn. So if they can deal with it now, they should. But if they spend their turn dealing with this, it's not the end. That's actually not too bad. Because this is the gift that keeps on giving. Looks like the Unsullied from Game of Thrones. I think if they attack with this thing, I'm not putting anything in the way of it. It smells like a combat trick or Vraska's finisher or something. Okay, so I think it's worthwhile to go for the Eternal Skylord play. I mean, they might Omnixil's Cruelty that. Or Heartfire. Okay, well, we still get a 2/2 fire. We still have a blocker for this that they can't send in, so now it's okay to attack with the 2/2. Bouncing this is actually going to be really nice. We have 4/4 on the ground. They attack with this. It might be a Vraska's finisher. Okay. I think we just drop Ashiok next turn and get him with our 2/2 and... Oh, well, that's a problem. It's actually not that bad. I've seen worse scenarios. Now what do we do? So you can get in for 2 in the air. Basically, if we have a flyer that gains lifelink, we're gonna win. And then this could be a 4/4 blocker. We could drop it. I think it's better just to, as far as time twist this turn on the Skylord. We'll attack with it. Maybe they think they don't want to block for some reason. Oh, okay. Got away with... Well, I feel like we got an extra 3 damage in there that we shouldn't have. I mean, if they find removal for our zombie army, it's looking pretty bad. We're gonna definitely sideboard in our transmutations, and we are already running our no escape. So we got cards to deal with God Eternals, and really this isn't the worst one. I mean, if they attack with all 3 of these, we'll throw our Skylord in front of this. This will still be a 6/6 lifelink, and they'll be tapped out completely. So if they have some trick to kill this, that's fine. They get to buy back a Lazotep Reaver, but that's not the end of the world. We basically have a 2-turn clock in the air on them, and we're going to be gaining life if they don't have removal for a zombie army. So I'm feeling okay about... Well, okay, well, I think they should kill our zombie army there, because we could just take this no problem. We're going to gain 6 life next turn. Oh, man. That's actually really good. I think we still want to drop this. I mean, we could do 8 in the air and drop this. They have removal. Actually, we gained a lot of life. Let's just... If we drop this, they have to double block. They can't just chump. Or I guess they have to double chump, which is actually kind of nice. And we gain 1 more life. Let's do that. And then it protects this. Yeah, this is way better than Ashiok. There we go. Now they have to have 2 removal spells. They have to do a lot of work to kill us now. Nice. Okay, so Transmutation looked decent for a couple of their cards, so I don't mind bringing 2 in. But since we're on the draw now, maybe we take out Finisher, and I don't think we need this Triumph on the draw. There we go. Let's do that. Between the 2 transmutations, the Toll of the Invasion, and no escape, we have a lot of ways to either affect God Bantu when it's on the board or while it's in their hand or before they play it. So I'm not too worried about that. Our mass token's been doing work. So far, so good. Need a couple of muted that so you didn't have to hear my rustling in the gigantic trail mix bag. Ooh, that's a weird effect there. It's a good deal. It's like $8 off of Amazon with some coupon. It's like, how many? It's 3 pounds of trail mix for $8. Can't beat that. People all about Costco. Costco, you have to have a membership, you have to drive to. Amazon, deliver in a day. All right. Come on, Fropez. Some of us don't have all day. Been trying to get into the single limb queues on Magic Online, and it is dead. It takes me like 20 minutes to find one match. If I can find one. This looks decent. A little slow. While on the draw, we're just going to try to outvalue them and win over time. Transmutate their God Bantu. Bad thing about Bantu compared to the other gods when you're against it is that Kansmina's transmutation gets it out of the game, but it usually already gets value coming down. Sacks a couple things. If they have a lot of things to sack, they can draw up to like 3-4 cards. And then so yeah, you're kind of removing the god from the game, but are you going to be able to come back from a 2, 3, 4 card disadvantage? I don't know. And they can also always bounce it. It's not necessarily gone for good. You transmutation it. But it's definitely better having this in your arsenal against one versus not. Drawing the Dread Horde invasion would be pretty nice. Okay, for a pass, I'm gonna get aggressive with my your go. Don't be roping me, bro. Oy, ay, ay. Ay, caramba, Dios mío. Okay, well, they missed a land drop. Maybe they're having connection issues. I guess I'll take if you're gonna I guess be really slow, or I guess makes up for it by having them not play their land, right? There's some punishment instead of the people who play really slow and then they come back last second and drop their land. And then they're just like slowing the game. I like that they were punished, but it does suck if they like disconnected or they had some weird internet hiccup or they had to restart the computer for some reason. It does suck. We've all been on that end of playing some Magic match online. I'm assuming Thunder Drake is gonna go bye-bye here. Yours not bad to ramp into. Always bounce this, but it seems not worth it. It's actually kind of a crummy hand. Very slow. And if they have removal for a Dam Breaker, we're just kind of sit left with nothing useful in hand. They're probably not going to play anything too great into these cards. There we have them. Yeah. The dismissal looks okay. We're going to put this on the Iron Bully, I'm sure. Okay, that is not that great. Let's just... I mean, we could dismiss this and get us a 1/1, but I feel like this feels bad. We're saving 1 damage. Then we have something to proliferate onto. Yeah, maybe it is worth it. Asmina would only take away menace from this. It wouldn't really do much else. That's pretty bad. It also takes away something they could sack to bond to if they played a land and had it this turn. If they have Spark Harvest or Pure Dam Breaker is probably gonna only get to break dams for a short period of time. So sad. What are you if you cannot do your main task? Okay, that's fine. We can block that. Transmutation might not be bad on that next turn if we find that they have a way to remove Dam Breaker. If they do, that's gonna suck for us, but it's not gonna be the end of the world as long as we draw something useful. I like that we're not against blue because bounce against AMASS is super annoying and super effective. They had Bantu here, they might sack a land or two, but wouldn't be that bad. I would probably hold on to it if I was them. They haven't seen our no escape yet though, so they don't know to play around it. Unless they're stream sniping. Ropez. But I doubt it. If Ropez is one of the 2 viewers, they deserve to know what's in my head. Okay. Took a lot of thought to play that land. What is going on here? Come on, dude. Okay. I assumed you were, Joey. Thank you for watching. Watching me play against this annoying ass slow mother fudger. Well, that's weird. Now I'm suspicious. I could double block. I think I'm gonna actually transmutate this Spell Gorger before it gets counters on, and they can't double block. But do we want to double attack? I don't think we do. We just pass here because they're gonna be ahead of the race if we do that. If they have Bantu here, we're just gonna lose because they're gonna basically sack this, sack a couple of lands, draw 3 cards, and then have a 5/6 menace on board that we can't deal with too easily. I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world if they just draw a bunch of lands or blanks. But Jesus Christ, come on! Oh. Okay, that's fine. I'll block that with the 2/2. Nope. I'm thinking we're gonna save the transmutation for Bantu. They still don't have great attacks, or else they would have attacked. Even if they put a counter on Devouring Helion, we can still block it. So I'm not too worried about this. They find removal for a Dambreaker, though. We are going to be hurting. But we've drawn 10 lands to their 7, possibly 8. So we have a slightly better chance of finding some action here. Okay, I'll take that. Now we can set up some chump blocks, sack it to Dreadmalkin, and get some value out of it that way. Kind of makes the removal a little worse. I hope to God we don't have to play a game 3 against this person, because Jesus Christ. I understand there's complicated board states and there's a lot of thought process. But they've been slow since the beginning, and there's really not that many things to think about early on in the game. Okay, find more swamp. See, look at how little time that took. I'm assuming they didn't have that last turn. They didn't have good plays last turn, so I'm assuming it's my turn again. Ooh, that's nice. They could have Davriel in their deck. I'm going to hold the swamp just in case they find some discard. We don't need this much land. You can still do both of this. That isn't too great, I don't think. But they can threaten attacks, I guess, with it. We get to scry too. Yeah, I think we need to hold that for Bantu though. At this point, they have too many things to sacrifice. Even if we can't mean to transmutation it when it comes down, it'll be too late. As far as time twist is kind of nice. We will now play that. We have things to do with our mana. So we'll throw our Dambreaker in front of this. They might sack a couple of things to give this first strike, and then we can time twist it. It'll come down, pump this. It'll be larger when it comes down. Okay, well, this is interesting. Let us do this. I think we want to do that. Gonna take 6. Then they either give this up. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what happens. They have 2 things to sack here, so if they do that, we can Tefari's time twist. Yeah, maybe we didn't want to trade this off here. They might just sack it to that, but I'm assuming they were sacking the Goblin Assailant. Okay, so now we're gonna have to do this. He's gonna kill him with first strike. Yeah, that's why we make him sack, and then we Tefari's time twist, make them sack creatures, and then get not a lot out of them. This thing doesn't have first strike, so they're gonna trade. Gets to put a counter on something, but our Dambreaker is gonna come down as a 6/7. We may need to transmutate this just to, but we have blockers. Actually, we kind of don't. Well, we'll see what we draw. More land. Okay, what do we do here? If they attack with everything and we double block this, they can sack this and get us for 8, which is no good. If we throw a transmutation on this, they can't really push through us that well anymore. We still have no escape for stopping Bantu coming down. Problem is if they no escape something. If they drop like a flyer we can't deal with, we have to no escape that. Actually, no, we can cancel transmutation. I just kind of don't want to waste it. But they have to find a way to pump this even more. We're going to have to throw away a Dreadmawk in to heal this. I think I'm okay with. And then if they have removal for our Dam Breaker, we're just in trouble. But we drew 12 of our lands against maybe their 7 to 11. So, I mean, we only have 5 more lands and 20 cards. So, we have a good percentage chance to draw some action. We just need to hold on for a couple turns or a turn or two. Anything that makes 2 bodies for us will be really good. That's not that bad. It's nice that they get a scry now. It's going to smooth out their draws a bit, but they don't have attacks. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. And we're just going to be patient here. Over time, I think we'll be the favorite to win. Once we stabilized, we just gotta hold up this no escape every time. Having this be Death Touch is also nice. We can deal with that. That's fine. It's gonna ping 2, but getting to the point where they can throw this at us and then sack a bunch of things to it, but then they do that, we still get value from our Dreadmawk in, and then we can have something big enough to block it. They would have to sack 3 creatures. That's really nice too. Oh, we might want to attack with this if they want to block it. It does kills 2 things. I think that's going to be worth it. Yeah, just to get 2 damage in now. Yeah, that's fine. They don't have good attacks otherwise. I guess we're not too far away from them totally overwhelming us with the 1 removal spell. So maybe that was a problem. Maybe something we should have thought about. We're going to definitely have to throw something in front of this. But we can throw Vizier, Scorpion, sack of this Dreadmawk in. And then we can block one of their 4/4s. Oh, interesting. Let's see what happens here. Removal for Dam Breaker is going to be real bad. We did see a Spark Harvest, so... Okay, so they removed 2 counters. It's really not that bad. I mean, they all have solid creatures, so if they want to attack into this and then sack another 2 creatures, we can always just sack this to Dreadmawk in. Okay, so this is not terrible. We're going to kill this while we can. I'm going to do this. Then maybe we... Sacking that. We could let them... If they want to sack something to kill our Overseer, they can, I guess. And then is this growing? Because then they'll probably sack this. Is that good? Oh, wait. I meant to do this. See what's going on here. You always sack 2 things to Dreadmawk in if they want to pump Burning Prophet. So that thing becomes indestructible, which is not good. So we're gonna Now sack our Dam Breaker for sure. We'll resolve that. And then we'll sack our Vizier of the Scorpion. Eat their Burning Prophet, but then they might sack their Burning Prophet to eat this, but then we can make this a really big creature. This isn't great. But it's doable if we stop drawing lands. Okay, so now we have to leave this thing's back here. They have to sack multiple things to kill us, and they can't because we can make this a 9/9 and they can only make this 8 damage. We have to double block this currently, so we can transmutate this, and it's still a 3/3. Then we don't have to double block it. These two things aren't blocking anything well, is the problem. So if they attack with every next turn, this thing gets through. We eat one of these. We put this in front of here. We chump block one of these. Guess that's something we do. Yeah, I think that's what we do. Actually, I think we need to transmutate this, so we have a block on it. As shitty as that is. I mean, we've drawn like almost all of our lands already. Yeah, we need to counter that. We get to scry, which is nice. That's nice. We get to chump things, draw cards. It didn't attack. Nice. Okay. This could maybe get us back in. We might just sack the zombie army to it if we need to. I'd rather sack things that are blocking or chump blocking at least. We have some creatures that, if we get the Dreadhorde invasion, we'll probably hold on to it until this thing is big enough to actually attack and gain life. Otherwise, it's a liability for our health. They just get priority all the time because of this ability. And assume they have something in their hand. I'm not sure though. Let's see what are they doing here. Okay, well, we get to sack something. We don't die, we get into life here. Okay, Angrath is nice. Gives us another body, gives us something else to sack the Spark Reaper. We do get to eat one of these things, which is nice with our Dread Malkin. We're hanging on there. I think we'll be okay. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so we can sack 3 things, which is nice. We're just gonna still be patient here. Our Dreadhorde invasion is gonna be real nice to drop if we get our mass tokens big enough to gain life. Can't play it into no life right now, though, is the problem. That's fine. It goes wide, which is a little annoying, and gives them nice sack fodder for this thing. Okay, that makes sense. So we double block here. Now, maybe we wait a second. Make them sack at least one. I don't want to lose the Spark Reaper, so how do we make that happen? And they don't have to do anything. They sack this to kill this, and then they get to kill this. So we're left with 2 things. But we gotta make another army. Yeah, I think this is fine, actually. They're going to definitely sack this to grow this. Then we get to sack our army to Spark Reaper to gain life and draw a card. Oh, and we get to sack this too. Actually, let's do that first. Actually, well, I'd rather kill this thing, so maybe we draw... I don't know what we could draw, actually. Here, that helps. Okay, Relentless Advance is nice. And then we're gonna also sack this thing. That's less nice. Okay, but we're running out of lands to play. And I think they played their card for the turn. So we're gonna make a 5/5 blocker next turn. We get to sack this. Draw a card, plus whatever card we're drawing. We have Aid the Fallen, which we know we can get back a creature and our Angraph. And we're gaining some life. We're putting us out of some the reach of some kill spells. Oh, come on. I started this draft thinking like, oh, I just have to go somewhere by 4, but now it's 2 o'clock. Okay. Oh, Totally Invasion is nice. I don't think we're going to snipe anything from them, but I guess we might as well play it. I don't like that we get all of these things just stack on top of each other. I might just save Totally Invasion for when we need to make a 1/1 body. Maybe it would have been more wise to it's likely we can play whatever we draw here already. Oh my god, is this literally all of our lands? Okay, I think we're okay here. I don't think Totally the Evasion's not going to do much in this instance. We need to find... Okay, we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16. So we got a 10% chance to draw a land here. Okay, good. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Okay, well now we have all of our lands. I might just bond to... I might Totally Invasion here. It's unlikely that they're going to have anything but 2 lands in hand here, but we gotta get them before they get there. My green screen. Ah! It's showing the horrors behind me. Come on, Fropez. You are literally the worst person. I hope you see this YouTube video. And I hope you realize how much of an asshole you're being. Dislike the video. I don't care. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, what are you thinking about? I think we told the invasion here, because then if we draw a Dreadhorde army, which we still have, we already have a life, or a 6/6 with life gain we can do. And just in case they have something here, it's going to be 2 lands. It'd be highly unlikely. But basically, they were 1 in 15 card of drawing a Bond 2, which is a little concerning to me, because they have a lot of stuff to sack. And we don't have any of our ways to deal with it anymore. We have 1 Can's Mina. I guess if they draw too many cards, yeah, that's fine. So I don't think we can literally draw land anymore. Totally Lost is nice. Okay, I think we start putting on the pressure here, because we're going to run out of time soon. I kind of want to Totally Lost something that goes on top of their deck. Yeah, so I think we can attack with the 6/6. If they double block and stuff here, I'm just going to not totally lost. And then when they attack back with us, I'm gonna put Spark Reaper here, Dreadmawk in here. They don't have lethal, and then they might sack this thing to try to get Spark Reaper, and then we can bounce this back to the top of the library. And then we could still always Spark Reaper something away to gain life if we need to. It's a little risky, but if they drop onto, this game is over. Well, that's a problem. Okay, so everything has Menace now, and they have
You want it. Fight for it.
multiple things to do. I think we're dead. God damn it. We could bounce this, but then we can't block this and this. And this. We double block this, and they have to sack something to grow this to 4, and then we can gain 1 life, but then they get to sack something else. God damn it. We didn't see that card last time. If we totally lost this, we could just block these 2, and then they get to sack. I think our best chance is to totally lost this thing. They're going to sack it to this just to get the trigger, though. We're going to have to double sack things here. Oh, this is terrible. Yeah, they're going to swing with everything. And I think the only thing we could do is double block here. Then we have to sack this and then this. But we have to sack both. And we're going to leave up Dreadmawk in so they sack something else. Okay. They go down to 1. That's interesting. Why would they do that? Because now we can kill this with our Dreadmawk and drop a couple of things here. Okay, we gotta kill him. Oh wait, is there any way we can kill him this turn? Okay, so we have 9. I think this means 9, 7. I think we have all 17 lands out. And if we can find 3 things to sack to this, this thing will go to be 11. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 9 is 14. We should be able to kill him. Just have to make sure we don't. And then we sack all 3 of these things to Dreadmawk in. Oh! Oh yeah! Oh, they messed up. They should have sacked their Lazotep Reaver to make sure our Dreadmawkin was dead. Because what's the difference getting us down to 1 or 2? Woo! Take that, Fropez. Oh man, what a game. I'm not ready to go back to the next one. Okay. Let's focus. So we have to remember we don't have our transmutations in here because those are sideboarded. So we can't be relying on drawing them at some point. This looks good. Just need a land. Vault Rager is a good card. I really need to draw a land though. I hope they just pump it. No, they have another play. Damn it. Okay. So I think we can toll the invasion here. Or we can Vizier. Blocks 2 things on the ground decently well. Toll the invasion blocks this, but yeah, I think toll the invasion is good. We need to slow them down. And they can't play Narset. They can leave up no escape, which is tough for us. Flex Channeler isn't that great in them, so I think we leave the no escape, because then if we just leave the no escape, we can't affect the board next turn. And we kind of need to. That's fine. Flex Channeler is going to come down, so this thing's going to grow at some point. We're okay here. Not the best start, but not the worst. They can drop their flyer with Narset. Okay. Here, I think we just get our own Avid Eternal down. Maybe we end up Spark Harvesting something away so we can kill Narset or something. Okay, they don't really have great attacks now. They're just kind of going wide right now, but that's okay. We have Spark Harvest to deal with their flyer, so if they attack with even Eternal, I'll trade mine for it. Okay, now on the ground, we don't have a flyer to deal with Saheeli this turn, but I think getting Ashiok down is nice. Then they can't really play their Narset into it. And this blocks all their ground creatures really well. I mean, they'll only get 1 activation off their Narset, because we can make this unblockable and get in. Ooh, okay. Well, that's a problem. Now they have 2 flyers we can't block. Gonna have to kill this, I think, with our Spark Harvest. Let's see here. We can bounce this, make it a 3/3 flyer. We might be better off doing that. Let's get Vizier of the Scorpion out. I might attack with this. I think if we attack with this, it gets a little bit of pressure on. We still have good ground blocks. And then if they did want to trade for it, then we would get a 1/1 that we could actually get out of here. Do we want to Spark Harvest something? We're gonna have a 3/3 flyer. I think we Spark Harvest the Eternal Skylord, giving up the Vizier of the Scorpion. Because then they can't just slam into us with their 3/3 flyer, and this is going to become a 4/4 actually, once they proliferate. This is actually a little scary, since our life total is a little low. We could throw Ashiok in front of it, and then they have to use their whole turn to trade here. Yeah, that's fine. So this thing becomes a 4/4. We can still block it. We can't attack with anything else, but they're gonna probably find another non-creature spell here. Oh, Casmina too. Shit. Oh no, if they have bounce for this, we're dead. No. Yeah, I think that's the end of us. This thing's gonna get in. These things. Yeah, let's just not show them anything more. Okay, they got a good deck. They got a lot of flyers here. I think Transmutation #1 is gonna be good. Totally lost. Second one could be okay. I like this over Finisher. And the Jace's Triumph. Let's do that. Okay. Ugh. Ah! I just need to get myself psyched up for this. Okay. Not too bad. A lot of 3-drops, but we get told the evasion. Get their threatening card out of hand. See what they're working with. And then maybe if we draw land, we can Streak Diver on turn 4 with haste. We have a lot of 3-drops happening right now, but at least we could play them all. Actually, in case we draw an island, no. Such a good card. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, well they can't play Ashiok. They can leave up No Escape, which is a problem. I think we need to get No Escape away again. They have 2 Eternal. Oh, this is even Eternal. I thought they had 2 Eternal Skylords. The art looks very similar. Ugh, this is rough. Maybe we just play something into No Escape and we take away this Aven Eternal. The Aven Eternal is no good. I'm not really too scared about Ashiok. Narset's also annoying. Eternal Skylord's good. We can always bounce an AMASS thing, so I'm not too upset about that. I think we just need to get this Aven Eternal out of the way. And now they can just leave up No Escape. So I think I'd rather them No Escape the Spark Reaper here. The Streak Diver getting in the air is going to be important, I think. I'd be surprised if they do anything but leave up No Escape. Aid the Fallen makes this play a little better. We're not blocking with this anyway, but let's just get that out of their hand. If they scry something to the top, I assume it's going to be an island or any land. Yeah, okay, so they still didn't find their land, which is good. They might not have a play next turn. Which means they might just pump this. I'm okay with. Yeah, okay, cool. I think if we just Shriek Diver and haste this, we could start racing. I'm not too worried about Mill. They drop Ashiok. It's gonna make our Aid the Fallen worse, but we have nothing to get with it anyway. And I think they'd rather get Narset down, maybe? They can't really protect either. Hopefully they just pump this again. Okay, nice. Totally Lost is going to be nice for us, I think. They can't keep on pumping this win the race and not play anything. Because we could always just totally lost it if they keep on using their turn to pump this thing. Removal won't be the worst thing ever, because unless it's on the zombie army, because then we can use our Aid the Fallen before they get to exile our whole graveyard. Should still attack with this, which they will. No pump this turn. No pump this turn mean they found something. Alright, okay, so they get killed this and this. Which is rough. Actually not the end of the world. We could Aid the Fallen. Get this back and then haste it. These creatures don't really affect the board that much, so if they find or these planeswalkers, more removal is going to be bad for us. Okay, so that's not ideal. This is really ideal. I think we just Callous Dismissal this, and then we can get in with both. They have to kind of send their way at this, but yeah, now they can't really kill this. We can bounce something next turn. They're in trouble here, I think. I mean, they obviously got mana screwed. I think they have a pretty good deck. A lot of like 2-for-1 kind of cards with two Aven Eternals, Eternal Skylord. Good value. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Now we could just bounce Aven Eternal and we win. Or I guess we can bounce either one. I guess we'll bounce Erratic Visionary.
If you want it, fight for it.
Alright. They definitely got mana screwed. I think if they just drew a couple lands there, we would have been in big trouble. It's gonna be tough for us. I don't know how we make this better. I think we just send it back and hope we have a solid draw versus a mediocre draw. They have a good deck. I didn't see any super bombs on their end, just good value cards. Alright, this is a nice hand. I like Total Invasion so much. This isn't super great with anything we have right now, but we could find something. Oh, no turn 2 Tibalt Rager, which is nice. Turn 3 Aven Eternal is going to be bad. Spellgorger, okay. I could get out of hand fast. I think we want to toll here just to make sure we slow him down a little bit. Whew! This is spicy. So they're a few turns away from playing these big cards. Kasmina's Transmutation doesn't really scare me too much. I don't want them to be able to play a land next turn, and Kasmina can smooth out their draws. So I think that's the card to snipe. And now they can't really do much to our... I think we just keep on growing our... If they find a land next turn, they can Jaya's, make this a 3/3, poke this down and attack. If they don't find a land, I think I like Vizier of Scorpion better. Actually, no. Let's... They can Kasmina's Transmutation this, and this becomes a 1/1, and this becomes a 3/3. Once they find a land, though, we're kind of gonna be hurting. Yep, okay. Yet. I think they should just drop their Jaya, kill our zombie, and then get in with the Spellgorger weird. Actually, I guess they can't get in, because then we can swing back with the Spark Reaper.
Right. It's best to call a pro.
Yeah, I'm actually okay with this.
Who's up for a catastrophe?
Catastrophe. And then if we draw land, we can... Nope, of course we didn't. Okay. Play this out. Now we have to now have a death touch that they have to deal with. It has Mina's Transmutation this. They might just go baiting Manticore and go wide here and just have a big beefy board against us. But they Manticore into Eternal Skylord. But not the end of the world. Because then we could totally lost their big flying token thing. Okay, well, don't have the time to just buy that back, so let's just get a flyer in there and pass and take a lot of damage this turn. This is not looking good. Now we're stuck on lands. It looks like they're curving out pretty nice. Oh, now we have a decent chump blocker. Oh my god. We're in trouble. We can still double block their zombie army, which I think is what we should do. Then I don't know how we deal with these big things. I don't think we could block here. We need to find a land. Ugh. Make this a 3/2 flyer. Give it haste. Or we can't give it haste, I guess. Is that the best thing we can do? Everything else doesn't affect the board positively. Having a 3/2 flyer does nothing. Because this thing's going to drop and this thing's going to be a 4. I think we're just dead. Maybe we can just... Not looking good. They just swing with everything here after dropping Eternal Skylord, and we're going to have to chump block. This is doing 5, this is doing 6, this is doing 4. No escape there would have been maybe okay, but we did not have it. And I don't know what we could do here. Not much. Yep. Okay. Well, that was a bummer. That was a good deck, though. Kasmina, Jaya, Haven Eternal, Eternal Skylord. Belgorge are weird. Nice. Jaya's Greeting. That's hard to beat. I don't care how good your deck is. Okay, this is nice. A mulligan. Cope Canada. I've been going 3 and 2 a lot in these traditional drafts, which is fine because you get your gems back, but I really want to not do just 3-2. Right now we're 2-1, so. Hoping I can win this one, at least. Gonna need another swamp for Ingraf. Ooh. Now we're starting to look like the deck we just played. See what they got here. Maybe proliferate. Oh, they're ramping. Okay. They're ramping into something. We might be okay here. Nice, we got our swamp. We have a really nice curve of 3 into 4 into 5. Might have to leave something back to keep Ingraf protected. See what they do here. Yeah, we can't protect it that well though. Yeah, maybe we're just an Ingraf. Get in for 5. They get to kill it, but not the end of the world. And then we can Skylord and have a huge thing. Thing's gonna be tapped out. They have bounce for this. It's going to be unfortunate, but not the end of the world. A lot of things are not the end of the world, apparently. They probably told the evasion sooner rather than later. But I would like to double spell in a turn soon. Dropping 8-minute internals looking pretty nice. Very possible they have some bounce spell, which makes our zombie army much worse. If we draw a 2-top, we'll probably told an invasion plus do something else. Our Aid the Fallen gets a little better now since we have our 1 planeswalkers in the graveyard. Look at that, right on time. They can't counter this, so unless they're running a Splash Dovin's knock block, I don't know what it's called. The counter spell that's white and blue. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so are we more worried about a big beefy thing? I think so, because Kaya we have evasion to, or I'm sorry, Ashiok we have evasion to just kill. Just get that out of there. Get both. We're winning this race. So this doesn't search the library, so we can still Bond of Insight with Ashiok out. Eternal Skylord is gonna be so close to just killing him next turn. It's not, but we're gonna ignore Ashiok and just go for face.
I am your greatest fear. Behold,
That makes our Aid the Fallen much worse, so maybe we sideboard that out. This gets rid of your graveyard constantly. Now what you do here, bro? Getting in over the top. Now either of our flying threats is lethal. They should Ashiok us before conceding to see 4 more cards in our deck. Okay, so what they had. Bounce looks pretty good for them. Transmutation doesn't look so good. Maybe we get a second Totally Lost in there on the draw. I do like Streak Diver. It looks like they might be a little weak. Flyers. Take that instead of Vraska's Finisher. And I think we lose Jace's Triumph and we put in a Totally Lost. Curve's a little high, but it should be okay. Didn't seem like the fastest deck. Ah, okay. Stretches. Woo! God, this light makes me look really pale. I'm pretty pale, but light makes me look really pale. Okay. Dreadhorde Invasion on turn 2 into Vizier or No Escape and Angrath. This is nice. Our opponent had a mulligan again, which is unfortunate for them. Sometimes them's the breaks. We just need to find at least 1 land. We'll be pretty well positioned. Ooh, this is... Every card in our hand has to deal with AMASS, which is kind of nice. Well, I guess No Escape doesn't, but... Now what 3-drop do we drop? I think we play Aven Eternal. It's a nice evasive threat. It'll pump our ground creature to 2/2. They got no land. This is gonna be a short one, I think. Yeah, especially that we're curving out. Our next turn we're attacking for 6 with a 4/4 on the ground. And they're both gonna have menace. Honestly, given the fact that we have a callous dismissal and a no escape, I think we just
If you want it, fight for it.
put the pressure on. They're gonna have to tap out to kill this Angrath. Even if they can kill this, we're in a pretty good position. Yeah, that's not happening. This thing's gonna gain us life. We can make it a flyer with Eternal Skylord if we find a land. These are both medium 3-drops. Oh, okay. Well, they're gonna wish they got rid of Angrath, because now we get to bring them down to 1 and gain 10 life. Okay, if they can come back from this, they deserve to win. For sure. They have to do so many things this turn to survive. Because Angrath's giving them the menace. This is giving this flying. This has evasion on its own. Yeah, okay. That was a quick match. There you go for friggin' Fropez's slow ass self. Okay, nice. Well, we're at least even in gems, which is always comforting. But let's try to win extra on top of that. Cool. At most, we got 2 more matches. Possibly just 1. Well, hopefully that's not the case. You got... This... I can't read. This is fine. Drop. Red Malkin. Ooh, another mulligan. I feel like we're usually on the bad side of mulligans. This draft, we seem to be on the better side in general. Okay, we gotta find a land here. But if they play something, we can callous dismissal, kind of slow them down a bit. That was nice. We can leave up no escape, but I think I'd rather just Jace's Triumph, find our other land. Or at least get towards our other lands a little faster. Okay. Gabrielle.
A mind is a terrific thing to waste.
I don't think we're gonna leave up no escape for long. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to do. So let's just get that out of here. We can, yeah, I think it's worth just to Brasket's finish it that way. It would get 1 more card, so this is definitely worth it.
Good luck with your little duel.
And we have a nice cards to kind of take advantage of them not having a board presence. Yeah, I think we're just Gleaming Overseer and attack. We'll attack first, just in case. I like Gleaming Overseer better than Vizier of the Scorpion, because it doesn't die to Soren's Thirst. And then if we can grow this with Angrath, this thing is much more protected. And already has. Okay. So they got Gabrielle. That's what we know. So on the draw, I think I want to lose Brasket's Finisher and put in Streak Diver, considering they have a Planeswalker. I think that's all we need to change. The reason why I take off Brasket's Finisher is you might be like more defensively geared on the draw. This looks fine. And so Brasket's Finisher is only good when you're kind of attacking and they're making chump blocks or you're pinging for small points of damage. We're going to toll the invasion next turn just to see what we're working against. Okay. I'm really not too scared of any of these black cards. Leading Edge can get us decently well, but it's not that scary. And I think I'd rather get rid of their Tamiyo's. Can't really play around the no escape. So I think we'd get rid of the no escape. Because maybe not. Maybe we'll get rid of the Tamiyo's Epiphany because they find a black card, they're gonna probably play something else and out, and then no escape won't be up, and then we can kind of get the board presence. And Tamiyo's Epiphany is a way that they can get to their cards that they can play. And here, so we could just bait out their no escape, which that's fine. I'd rather do that with Vizier. I mean, they got the Scry, so that's unfortunate, but they put it to the top. I assume it's a swamp. Anything else, it's either a black card or an island. Or an expensive blue card. There we go. And then now I think we just Angrath here. And this gets us out of... I mean, they're so far away from Sorin's Thirst and Bleeding Edge. This is looking good for us. Can't feel bad for them, but I think we get this down first. Then this thing becomes super protected.
If you want it, fight for it.
And we can almost kill him next turn. We get to Far's Time Twist our Angrath. Okay, so now they get to play something, but I think it's too late. We'll just lose our Aid the Fallen.
Easier than dealing with demons. Let's tidy up in there.
I've weathered tougher storms.
There we go. Alright, that wasn't much of a game, but... Alright, nice. Plus 300 gems. That was a 4-minute match, I think. Which might be a record. For best of 3. Now we got one more match to go. Either way, we're 4-2, which I'm very happy with. But obviously, I want to go the distance here. Not the best you could do. Obviously, 5-0 is solid, but it's the best rewards you can earn. Gems, they mean a lot, you know? Cash money, basically, if you want to keep on playing. Keep this. Ooh, that was a nice draw. Red Horde Invasion on turn 2 is so nice. And when we're not against bounce, it makes me feel so much better. Spellgorger is interesting. I think because of I mean, not just because of Spellgorger, but I want to get Vizier, Scorpion. I will trade this if they get to just pump it. If they have removal for they attack into us and then they have instant removal with Vizier, we're kind of get blown out, so I think I'm gonna not block. Okay, nothing too scary yet. Yeah, they were highlighting this. Okay. This is gonna be a little difficult. Question is their Spellgorger Weird gonna grow faster than our Amass? And it's probably unlikely. So I think here we just get our Spark Reaper out and pass. We attack with this. Take a double block here and kill it, which seems bad. Yeah, let's just get our Spark Reaper out. We can take some hits because we have potentially a life gain coming up, and maybe it's gonna be a turn sooner with Dambreaker than they're expecting. So they might tap out, think, oh, we'll kill it the next turn before they gain life, but then we could drop Dambreaker if we find an extra land and make that happen. This thing doesn't really need to have Death Touch. So they're just gonna go Vizier for the Scorpion, this thing's gonna die, and then this thing's gonna be unblockable. are not going to be worth blocking. Okay. I was like, what do they have here? I have another hard fire that might hurt. Ooh.
You don't look scared.
Maybe they'll sack the wrong one. Damn it. It's always my hope.
The more, the messier.
See what we draw here. Callous Dismissal is actually pretty nice. It's just a matter of what do we want to callously dismiss. I think the Spell Gorger. We can block anything on the ground that way. We attack and they block with everything, they could kill it, so let's not do that. Next turn we can be attacking as a 7/7 if once we drop Dambreaker.
My assistants are painfully slow.
They have a Heartfire they can still kill this turn, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? Oh, I think they do have it. Shit. Ah, well that's bad for us. Not too bad. We still get a Dambreaker. I can block well next turn, but now we're going to be low on health and this thing's going to be pinging us every turn. This is a little sketch. Ooh, even Eternal into Vraska's Finisher might be better, actually. Will it? So if we drop Dambreaker, this is a 2/2. And this is a 5/6. I can't make any more of these. Actually, no. Let's drop Dambreaker. Actually, if we Aven Eternal and then Vraska's Finisher, we might have to take 3 more. Actually, no. I like Dambreaker because then we can Aven Eternal. We have to get this to 6 as soon as possible. Is kind of the thing. Or else we're gonna die. Oh my god. Okay, well, they could just sack 2 things and then we're dead, I think. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, so they go for face and they have Liliana, so we definitely want our counter in there. I think we're fine. Anything with 1 health is looking a little worse, but we don't really have a ton of that. We have Vizier of the Scorpion, so maybe we replace that with something else, but I don't know what. Maybe a Charity Extractor would be good over Vizier. Let's do that. Okay, well, Liliana's hard to beat. I was thinking we could maybe be okay there, and then they dropped that, and that was that. Okay, this could be a hand that could get there. Their Malkin isn't so good, but we have Amassing to kind of sack to it, which is nice. Alright, well that's that. I might 8 the fall in it and just get it back, because I think we need to put pressure on. I mean, it's kind of all in, but given our hand, we can't just let them develop their board. Oh, Gorge over here is so weird, so good. No blocks. Black-Red is one of my favorite decks in this format, for sure. Okay, so we can attack with both of our things still. We can Spark Harvest next turn. without sacking anything, which is what we might want to do. If they got Tybalt's Rager, or Tybalt's Tybalt, it's going to cause some problems for us. Yeah, that's a good deck. Okay. Well, we'll still kill one. The untapped one, so we can get in, obviously. Ooh, Raven Eternal is also nice. What do we want to do? I think we Spark Harvest still. Because right now we're still doing okay on the race front. And we're 2 turns away from getting something that has. Okay, so they're gonna block there. So we're 2 turns away from getting this to 6 because this will amass at 1 and then this will amass at 2 over 2 turns. So if we could just hit once with 6, we might be okay, but we saw a lot of removal from them and it looks like that thing's gonna die. It's probably Heartfire. I think they want to get the damage in with Grim Initiate before sacking it to kill us. Yeah. Really not the end of the world. They did that. They played that really well. They didn't miss any point of damage there. Could double block this, but that seems bad. I'll just do that. If they have removal for something, I can always sack it to grow Dreadmalkin. Davriel is going to be a problem for us because it's going to deal 2 damage. We need to find our Relentless Advance. That would be really good for us. We could kill it next turn. So I think we have to take the 4 damage. We go down to 2. If we double block this, this thing dies. And then we can still kill. Actually, we do this. They can't grow this. We could sack our Dreadhorn Invasion to the Dreadmalkin to get Davriel dead. And then we're... I mean, we're still in bad straits because this thing's doing us 1 damage every turn. But we gotta get Davriel, or else we're gonna lose this race. But we can, if they don't have removal for this, we can grow this to a 5/5 next turn, plus maybe we find Dambreaker. And then we're like 2 turns away from killing it, but it looks like they have something to kill it. And then we're screwed. We're screwed! Okay, or we're just gonna be down to 1 health. So what can we do this? Oh, that's not gonna do it. Okay. I got the last minute good game in there. Oh well, 4-2, I'll take it. This was a fun deck. We really rode our AMASS to victory a lot. I think we could have used a little bit more removal. We only really had the Spark Harvest, so that was difficult. Dreadhorn Invasion definitely carried its weight. It got us there in the last game, but I mean, it's hard to just win against a deck that has removal after removal after removal, and then things to hit you in the face. But yeah, this was a super fun draft. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Like, subscribe, follow Floridaman on Twitch. Comment below. Do all that bullshit. I appreciate it. I'm trying to grow this channel. I'm putting out good content, I think. If you think it could be better, comment below, and I will address your comments. Or I'll say, you know, screw you, and screw Fropes. It's basically the conclusion of this draft. Thanks for watching.